Prince Harry has officially walked away from the United Kingdom with absolutely nothing to his name. And while the world watches him struggle to pick up the pieces, Prince William is quietly enjoying a private victory that could change the future of the monarchy forever. Today, we're breaking down how Harry's downfall has played right into William's hands, why Harry's influence in the UK is vanishing faster than ever, and how the balance of royal power has shifted permanently. This is a story of pride, silence, and victory, but not for Harry. Let's start with the obvious. Prince Harry is no longer the golden prince he once was. Not too long ago, he was one of the most popular members of the royal family, beloved by the public, adored for his charisma, and seen as the rebellious but relatable royal. But fast forward to today, and Harry's situation couldn't be more different. Instead of honor, recognition, or stability, Harry has left the UK empty-handed. No royal titles in use, no palace to call home, no solid public support. Just controversy, isolation, and a growing distance from the institution that once defined his life. Harry's most recent departure from the UK was telling. Gone were the crowds of cheering fans. Gone was the warm embrace of the public. Instead, his visit was marked by tension and awkwardness. Reports surfaced that Harry was offered no royal accommodation, no special treatment, and most shockingly, no opportunity to rebuild bridges with his family. In fact, it looked as though doors that were once wide open to him are now firmly shut. When Harry left, he didn't leave with medals, honors, or a strengthened bond with the British public. He left with nothing physically, symbolically, and politically. And here's where Prince William comes in. William didn't need to say a word. While Harry's struggles played out on the world stage, William quietly continued his royal duties, charity visits, diplomatic meetings, engaging with the public, silent but steady. And this silence? It's his greatest weapon. Because while Harry shouts from across the Atlantic through interviews, books, and documentaries, William's quiet consistency is winning over both the people and the palace. It's a classic case of actions speaking louder than words. While Harry leaves empty-handed, William's image only grows stronger. The contrast between the two brothers has never been more obvious. Harry left the UK without property. Remember, Frogmore Cottage was stripped from him. Without roles, his military patronages and royal duties were reassigned. Without allies, his relationships with senior royals remained strained. William, meanwhile, is thriving. He's preparing for kingship, raising a family that represents stability, and carrying the weight of the monarchy's future with increasing confidence. Every time Harry stumbles, William shines brighter. Not because he gloats, but because his silence highlights the difference between them. Now let's talk about the media. Harry and Meghan built their new life in the US on the promise of independence and freedom. They signed multi-million-dollar deals with Netflix and Spotify, launched their Archewell Foundation, and aimed to control their own narrative. But what happened? One by one, those deals crumbled. Their Spotify contract ended prematurely, their Netflix output has slowed, and their public image has suffered blow after blow. Instead of building a powerful new empire, Harry and Meghan are now scrambling to stay relevant. And while Harry's every move is dissected with skepticism, William's silence works in his favor. No scandal, no controversy, just consistent duty. When we say Harry has left the UK with nothing, it's not just about material things. It's symbolic of his loss of identity. He was once Prince Harry of Wales, then Duke of Sussex with global admiration. Today, many see him simply as an ex-royal celebrity. His connection to the monarchy is fading, his power in Britain is shrinking, and his ability to influence public opinion is nearly gone. That's what makes this so painful for Harry and such a quiet victory for William. The more Harry distances himself, the more William secures his role as the rightful heir. Now let's get into William's private victory. Notice how he hasn't had to launch any public attack on his brother. He hasn't clapped back at Harry's book Spare. He hasn't responded to interviews or accusations. Instead, he's allowed Harry's own words and actions to do the damage. The victory for William isn't loud or dramatic, it's subtle. It's in the fact that the British public now sees him as the stable brother, the one who stayed true to his duty. Polls consistently show William as one of the most respected royals, while Harry's popularity has plummeted to historic lows. That shift didn't require William to lift a finger, it unfolded naturally as Harry burned bridges. And perception is everything. In the royal family, reputation equals power. The monarchy relies on public trust to survive. And right now, William has it, Harry doesn't. For William, this is the ultimate private victory, not because he celebrated his brother's failures, but because by staying quiet, he allowed the contrast to speak for itself, the silent heir versus the outspoken exile. The man preparing for the throne versus the man searching for purpose. One gains everything, the other loses everything. Some might ask, why doesn't William defend himself? Why doesn't he speak up against Harry's claims? The answer is strategy. Silence has always been the royal family's most powerful weapon. Their motto, never complain, never explain, works because it starves controversy of oxygen. Every time Harry makes a public statement, he fuels headlines for days. Every time William stays silent, the fire burns out on its own. And over time, this silence becomes a strength. It creates dignity, it creates trust, it creates the image of stability that Harry has lost. That's why William doesn't need to do anything at all. His silence is the victory. So here we are. Prince Harry leaves the UK with nothing. No titles in use, no home, no role, no influence. Meanwhile, Prince William quietly celebrates a private victory, the strengthening of his position, his reputation, and his destiny as the future king. But here's the big question. Is Harry's downfall permanent, or could he find a way to rebuild what he's lost? And how far will William's silent strategy carry him as the monarchy faces bigger challenges in the future? Stick with me, because in the next part, we'll dig deeper into the behind-the-scenes dynamics, the public's reaction, and how this brotherly rivalry may shape the monarchy for generations to come. Inside the royal family, appearances matter more than anything. Every photograph, every handshake, every absence sends a message. And Harry's absence, it's the loudest of all. By refusing to reconcile, the palace has drawn a clear line. Harry is out, William is in. Every time Harry is excluded from official events or ceremonies, the message is reinforced. He is no longer a functioning royal. Instead, that spotlight shines brighter on William and Kate, whose presence symbolizes continuity and stability. The dynamic is simple. The monarchy can only have one strong future, and that future rests with William. Now, let's not underestimate Kate, Princess of Wales. While William's silence plays a crucial role, Kate's image adds another layer of strength. She is consistently praised for her elegance, her dedication to causes like mental health and early childhood development, and her ability to connect with the public. Compare that to Meghan Markle's rocky relationship with the British press and public. Whether fair or not, or Meghan has become a polarizing figure, and by extension, so has Harry. Together, William and Kate form a strong, steady front. Harry and Meghan, they appear embattled, defensive, and increasingly isolated. And this is where the numbers tell the story. Poll after poll shows that William and Kate's popularity remains strong, while Harry and Meghan's has hit record lows in the UK. In fact, some surveys reveal that Harry's favorability has dropped lower than even Prince Andrew's at certain points. That's how dramatic the shift has been. For the British public, Harry leaving with nothing isn't a tragedy, it's a choice he made. Many view him as someone who turned his back on tradition, duty, and family. William, by contrast, is seen as the brother who shouldered the burden without complaint. That perception shift is the real victory, silent, subtle, but powerful. But what about across the Atlantic? Surely Harry has found the stability he was looking for in America, right? Not exactly. In the US, Harry and Meghan have struggled to carve out a clear identity. Are they celebrities, activists, business leaders, documentarians? Instead of being defined by their successes, they're often defined by what they've lost. Failed deals, cancelled projects, declining public interest, it all paints a picture of instability. And while they continue to speak out about their experiences, their credibility has been eroded by constant criticism that they're oversharing, playing victims, or seeking attention. Harry's struggle for identity is ongoing, and right now it feels like he's still searching for a purpose beyond the palace. One of the deepest wounds in Harry's exit is his loss of military roles. For years, Harry was seen as the soldier prince, the royal who served with honor in Afghanistan and connected with veterans in a way few others could. That was his pride, that was his legacy. But when he left royal duties, those roles were stripped from him. Today they belong to other royals, and Harry's military identity has been diminished. For many, this was symbolic of him losing the one thing that gave him gravitas beyond celebrity. And it's another reminder of how he left the UK with nothing tangible to anchor his legacy. Meanwhile, William is playing the long game. His private victory over Harry isn't about one moment, it's about the future. By remaining consistent, measured, and silent, he's setting himself up as the stable king in waiting. Every appearance reinforces the image that he's ready. Every duty strengthens his credibility. And as Harry struggles to maintain relevance, William's importance only grows. The monarchy has made its choice, and William is the center of it. That's why his silence isn't passive, it's calculated. He doesn't need to defend himself. Time, public opinion, and Harry's own missteps are doing the work for him. Let's think long-term. In 20 years, when historians look back at this period, Harry's exit will likely be remembered as a dramatic break, but William's rise will be remembered as steady and inevitable. Harry wanted freedom, but freedom without structure has cost him everything. William embraced duty, and that duty has given him power. 2 brothers, 2 paths, 2 outcomes. And as much as Harry may regret leaving with nothing, William may thank him privately for making the choice that cleared the way for his own reign. Now, the million-dollar question, is Harry's downfall permanent? Could he ever rebuild? The truth is, it's not impossible. If Harry were to reconcile with his family, shift focus to genuine humanitarian work, and rebuild trust, he could slowly regain respect. but it would require humility, consistency, and silence, the very things William has mastered. The problem? Harry seems unable to stay quiet. Every time he releases a book, a documentary, or an interview, he risks reopening wounds and reinforcing the image of division. If he wants to come back, he has to stop fighting the monarchy and start carving his own stable identity. But the clock is ticking, and William's lead grows stronger by the day. So what exactly do we mean by William's private victory? It's not that he's celebrating Harry's pain. It's that every step Harry takes away from the royal family strengthens William's position by default. William doesn't need to gloat, he doesn't need to argue, he doesn't even need to acknowledge it. His victory is in the silence, the knowledge that his brother's choices have only solidified his own role as the future king. For William, this is a victory not of words but of patience. So here's the reality. Prince Harry has left the UK with nothing. No roles, no titles in use, no influence, no home, and no clear future. William, meanwhile, has gained everything, not through noise, not through scandal, but through silence. This silent victory isn't flashy, but it's powerful. It proves that in the monarchy, consistency wins, silence wins, duty wins. And as Harry struggles to define himself in exile, William's path to the throne looks clearer than ever. One brother's loss has become another brother's triumph, and history is already writing the story. What do you think? Did Harry make a mistake in leaving the UK? Or was this the only way he could truly live freely? And do you think William's silent strategy is brilliant or just cold? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this debate is far from over. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the latest updates on the royals. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.